What you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that in slow motion. Yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. Ay, what you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that in slow motion. Yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. She say that I'm cool. I'm like, yeah, that's true. I believe in G-O-D, don't believe in. She keep playing me dumb. I'm a player for fun.
Oh, say does that star-spangled.
Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by... And this is an interesting time of the season, isn't it, Clark, for a lot of these coaches? Having to balance minutes and keep players healthy for the long haul.
Yeah, it is a bit of a balancing act, Kevin. A lot of players don't like to take a seat when they're healthy and able to play. All of these guys, when you get to this level, everybody is a high-level competitor. And sometimes, even if it's for their own good, it's hard to tell them they got to take a night off. Again, I think you go back to reducing practice time and giving players a chance to play in every game that they're able to play in.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Duran out there with Okongwu. Then there's Suggs. Then there's Edwards. And it's Kuminga in at the small forward position.
Suggs has that kind of ability from behind the arc now. Very efficient from deep.
Leonard with this screen on Edwards. The feed to Jackson. Good, and Beal picking up the assist.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And here is Suggs. Trying to claw his way back after a terrible showing in that loss to Dallas.
And we've seen it for years. Despite their regular season success, the Jazz just unable to make much noise in the playoffs. Credit the front office for coming to terms with it and pivoting to a rebuild while they could get top value for their stars.
Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves snapped a 3-year playoff drought.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has come.
You know, GA, something you notice about this Jazz team, they love to shoot the three. Statistics tell you that, and they
do it well. The two, sadly, don't always go hand in hand, but these guys can really hurt you from range when they get going.
First team foul.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Jackson with the screen. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Jalen Duran.
A superstar who really kind of keeps to himself. Leonard truly leads by example, and it's produced titles.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
He hits the second from the line.
You know, when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, for so long, they've struggled to be competitive. But recently, I think they've started to turn things around. I mean, they've got a nice core. They got a taste of the playoffs recently, and now look to build on that. And that's 2 fouls for him this quarter. A third would be a problem.
Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Jackson. Off the inbound. And it's laid in by Edwards. And for the Timberwolves, Clark getting the #1 pick in the 2020 draft certainly helped their turnaround.
Yeah, that's rocket fuel when you're trying to move up, and they got a good one, a special one in Anthony Edwards. That guy is going to help them take major strides forward. This is an organization clearly on the rise.
Now, Okongwu. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Kuminga, and he uses the glass on the layup.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Leonard, the pass to Clark. Kick out to Levine. Outside Leonard. Over Okongwu. And again, it's Utah.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Well, I talked with head coach Steve Kerr. He's looking to even the season series with a win tonight. He told me he knows his team can play better than they did the last time, and he thinks with the strong defense and shot blocking, they can make things difficult at that end of the floor. We'll see if they can impose their will tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Obviously, they feel that's the strategy that will earn them the W.
And Kevin, when you're disruptive defensively, especially early on, that can help change the complexion of the rest of the game.
Exactly. I mean, because you're creating turnovers, getting into transition, playing in the open court against a defense that's not set, and hopefully getting some easy points at the other end.
Suggs kicks to Edwards. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Edwards got his second bucket tonight.
And this is exactly what you want Edwards to do, using his athleticism to score on tough defense inside.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And you gotta love the aggression that he had, taking it to the rim there. Sets the tone in a close game like this.
Here's Beal. Good, nice job down low. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Suggs passes to Kuminga. Here's Durant. And the rejection by Clark.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
The Timberwolves trail. The pass to Suggs. No good on the 3. And so Levine will bring it up now for the Jam. Last time they met was in Minnesota, where they beat the Timberwolves.
And whether by design or by accident, they drew so many fouls in that game. Foul trouble for the other side became a huge issue.
And as a result, there was a blowout win. I mean, credit them for initiating contact and forcing the officials to make the calls.
Pass to Suggs. Here's the lob to the hoop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Clark, the pass to Beal. Here's Alvarado. Second shot opportunity. Rebound, Minnesota. Now, here's Kuminga. Last game he had 28 points. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Kuminga's got 6.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
And Leonard gets it to go.
And part of what makes Kawhi such a great player is that jump shot. You can't just worry about him attacking the basket.
Suggs passes to Edwards. Here's Suggs. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Okongwu's shot is good. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
D'Anthony Melton. He's checked in for the Jazz. Here's Leonard. He really played well in that last game against Charlotte. Pass to Clark. And here is Beal. Shot clock at 6. Got it. Good job in the low post. 6 points for him. The Timberwolves have gone 7-9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. Daniels passes to Moody. Back to Daniels. Beal pulls it in. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Levine wide open. A three-pointer, no good. Daniels with it. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. For the three. And no good. Now the Jazz take it the other way. And there's the pass to Melton. Right side, Leonard. Over Daniels. Leonard, no luck. And here is Kuminga. He has 6. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Outside, Beal. Clark sets a screen for Beal. And he gets the bucket. Beal's got 8 points.
And great recognition there in the pick and roll. Beal usually able to make the right play.
Now, here's Moody. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Hit by Kuminga. Daniels with it. Now defended by Levine. They get it again. Pass to Kuminga. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
How about 5 straight made from the field to start?
And the defense hasn't been able to do anything to stop him. And when that's the case, just keep feeding the hot hand.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
And guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
That free throw good from Kuminga. And so it's Utah here with the ball, trailing by 2. Melton's shot is good.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Kuminga the pass to Moody. Passes to Daniels. Lets it fly from 18. Here's Kuminga. And at last they get one to fall. He's got 13.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Timberwolves on defense. Levine finds Clark, and that one drops.
You know, Zach LaVine is not just a scorer. He's really good at setting up his teammates, too.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game.
And you know there aren't many teams with a more dedicated fan base than Utah. The Jazz fans are behind their team no matter what.
Scooped up. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Agbaji can't get it to go. It's always striking, Greg, to see the bond between the Jazz team and their followers.
Well, when you're the only game in town, people take the team to heart. And we see it in cities like Portland and San Antonio as well. The fans form that attachment to their team.
Utah trailing here. Pass to Melton. There's 1:26 left to play in the first. Here's Levine. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Levine is 6'5", but he plays much bigger than that with that outstanding, unreal leaping ability.
And the pass to Moody. Pass to Daniels. Puts up a 3. That's his first basket of the game. 1 for 6 and looking for more.
He was certainly cold, but perhaps that basket might get him going a little bit. 1 for 6 now.
Clark, the pass to Melton. And he banks in the lane.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Here is Daniels. He's guarded by Melton. He kicks it to Levine. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Melton. Over Daniels. Melton, no good.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Ball's knocked loose. Jonathan Kuminga has been on display for Minnesota. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We'll get right back to the action when we return. We hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
Minnesota in the lead. They've got Jackson. Iguodala out there with Bradley Beal. And it's Agbaji in at the 3. That's the group right now for Utah. Inside, Beal with the steal. Iguodala right side. Passes it to Alvarado. Here's Agbaji. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Here's Noel. He's covered by Beal. Here's mapping it up for Utah. They trail by 1. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the defense of Jaren Jackson Jr., it has become elite. Triple J finishing top 5 in 2022 in the Defensive Player of the Year vote.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Greg, why do you think Jaren Jackson Jr. made that leap defensively in his game?
Kevin, health. Jackson was finally back to 100% in 2022. The ability to kind of fully use his physical tools, and Jaren's still learning from playing night in and night out, now living up to that massive potential.
When you think of half-court offenses in general, Greg, how critical is ball and player movement to a team's success?
Kevin, unless you have incredible isolation scores, it's essential. Even then, keeping the defense rotating and reacting is the best way to create open looks and offensive rebound opportunities.
And the shot goes in. You talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
And Jalen Noel picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Abaji.
And you see the athleticism and determination. Mathurin showing a ton of upside as a defender.
Suggs passes to Duran. Now Okongwu. 6 to shoot. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Noel. Misses the 3.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Here's Beal. 14 points from him the last game against Charlotte. No good from outside. Suggs with the ball. To the paint. Here's Noel. They get the rebound. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. GA, he's asked to carry a big-time scoring load, but Bradley Beal makes his teammates better as well.
And that's an area, Kevin, he has really grown. And his playmaking, when the defense overcommits, you make them pay with the pass.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
And quite simply, Beal is an all-NBA player in our league, a multi-dimensional guard who does many things well, especially scoring the ball.
Leonard, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. Minnesota also with the sub. Edwards is checked in. And both free throws good for Beal.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Suggs passes to Duran. Now, here's Okongwu. He's covered by Leonard. Out to the right wing. And here is Suggs. The 3. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And we've seen Mathurin become a volume three-point shooter, which is understandable given these results.
Top of the key, Beal. This one for 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Okongwu's now got 5 rebounds tonight.
And I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
And Jalen Duran picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to the Mavericks. Outside, Beal lets the 3 fly. That missed. Pass to Edwards. Now, here's Duran. He's covered by Beal. Kicks it to Okongwu. Over in the corner, Edwards. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Jazz trail by 4. Now here's Beal. He's got 10. Here's Jackson. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And that is quickly becoming Jackson's domain. He's such a strong finisher in the paint.
For 3, Edwards. In the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
Defense has Beal well covered inside, but he can get aggressive and fights his way through for that shot.
Picked him clean. Here's Alvarado. Got a piece of it. 4-on-3 break. Here's Duran. And Duran slams it in.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Here's Leonard, and Utah again with the bucket.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Suggs kicks to Edwards. Off target with his 3. Jazz trail by 3. The pass to Alvarado. Beal taking his time here. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, in this quarter, and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
And the first one drops.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
The Jazz making a switch here. Melton's checked in. Kuminga's come in for the Timberwolves. And both free throws good for Beal. For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Now Suggs, pass to Edwards. He kicks to Kuminga. Buries the long-range jumper. Kuminga's got 16 points.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Now here's Beal, guarded closely. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu.
And the ability of Beal to just wear out the defense, at times you almost have to foul him to stop him.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Zach LaVine's checked in for the Jazz. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Timberwolves have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Daniels with it, passes it to Edwards. Rebound, Utah. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, and causing a lot of turnovers, as you well know, means cashing in on those opportunities, which really can put a team in a bad way in a hurry.
To the inside. Leonard with the steal. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And punishing move there on the interior. Usually Leonard's going to get the bucket, draw the foul, or both.
For Utah, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. The Jazz making a switch here. Clark's checked in. The Timberwolves making a switch here. So we can't get either to fall.
And not what we're accustomed to seeing from him at all from the free throw line.
Stolen by Jackson. Levine looking around. Pass to Melton. A three from Leonard. And the three ball is good. Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
And here's Daniels. There's Kuminga. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Outside Leonard. Levine finds Clark. Leonard with the ball. Over Kuminga. Clark. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And it's a 3-point Jazz lead.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
There's the pass to Daniels. Feeds it to Kuminga. Shoots over Leonard. And Kuminga gets it to go on the assist by Daniels.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Minnesota's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12.
Kevin, what's so impressive to me about Levine? It's the all-around play. He affects the game across the board.
Pass to Sohan. From the arc. A rebound by the Jazz.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean,
that three off the mark. And Levine's efficient as well.
And good shooting numbers, no doubt. Last year, he cut back on the turnovers. And, boy, he's still young. There's still tons of upside to be had.
Clock at 6. Here's Moody. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Utah leading. Clark outside. Clark sets a screen for Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Opponents are physical with Kawhi just about every game. But as forceful a player as he is, he just doesn't seem to mind one bit.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz.
Let's give it everybody who wants a free t-shirt.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Jaren Jackson. Noel, he's checked in for Minnesota. Good on the second free throw.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Leonard with the steal. Bean passes to Leonard. And there it is for him. Leonard's got the lead up to 4 now for the Jazz.
You know, he started the game knocking down shots, guys. Now in the second quarter, he's taking it to another level.
Here's Noel. Guarded by Levine. Noel passes to Sohan. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Another miss by Minnesota.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Levine for three. Rebound by Sohan.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
43 seconds left in the first half. There's a screen. Daniels from outside. That one doesn't drop. So Utah will take it the other way. Now here's Leonard. 13 points in the game. Melton's shot is good.
With this lead, they're playing confidently, showing a quick trigger from beyond.
Yeah, and perimeter shots, though, not really falling at a good clip here. So I think they may have to back out of that a bit and not settle for those jump shots.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Kuminga. Here's Sohan. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so it's the Utah Jazz heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem to be so at ease out there. How much is that helping your game?
It's helping me out a lot. Just coming in the game relaxed, just with more intensity. I mean, my teammates are getting me involved on the offensive end. I'm playing great on defense. We just got to keep it up second half and not let it up.
Hey, Kawhi, thank you very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Howdy, folks. I know you've all been clamoring to find out how the Rookie of the Year race is looking, and we are not letting you down.
Well, clearly, Jaden Ivey is an exceptional athlete. Fast hands with even faster feet. Allows himself to stay all over guys on the defensive end.
And that speed shot also helps him beat defenses on the drive.
And now coming back to this game, a strong first half for the Utah Jazz.
They built this lead by being aggressive and getting to the line. I'm not talking about the cheap stuff either. They're not just jumping into the defenders. They're playing old school hard basketball.
Shaq, I'd love to see you jump into a defender to draw the whistle. You'd go to the line, he'd go into the 8th row. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You know, Jonathan Kuminga has been exceptional here, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. So on the floor for Minnesota. Suggs out there with Anthony Edwards. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. Then it's Okongwu. And it's Sohan in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Suggs. And the rejection by Jackson. On the wing, Levine. That one good for 2. Levine's got 7.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Jazz leading by 9. Right side, Leonard. Here's Beal. Edwards with the block.
And you see Edwards trying to do this more, impose his will at the defensive end. Good job defensively that time.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That is his first foul of the game. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Duran's checked in. Here's Beal. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Jackson a screen on Edwards. Here's Beal. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
And this is Beal at his best. He's cooking with grease, and his teammates need to keep feeding him.
Passes it to Duran. Now, here's Okongwu. He's covered by Leonard. Now one near Suggs as he lets it go. Off target from three-point range. Jazz have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Now Beal, 18 points for him. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Jalen Duran.
And this is what Beal does. He puts pressure on the defenders and makes them compromise when he does.
That one is off. And he sinks the second. Timberwolves trail by 12. Pass to Sohan. Kuminga up top, headed by Levine. Another miss by Minnesota.
Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0 of 4 coming out of the break.
Leonard looking over the floor, and Jackson gets it to go.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Suggs passes to Edwards. Shot to stop the run. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Things have been bumpy coming into the second half now. 5 straight misses.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
He's been punishing them at the line in this one, going 7 of 8.
And how about the job he's done at the free throw line?
Been tremendous, I mean, both in terms of getting to the stripe and then knocking him down once he's there. And, guys, that's an increase in his free throw percentage from last year. Maybe not a large one, but it is a little bit higher, so you've got to like that progress.
And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. Oh, here's Suggs. He's tightly guarded. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Shooting in good rhythm there. Suggs off the catch and shoot. Nicely done.
Leonard with this screen on Edwards. Beal the pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And it's Suggs missing.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
From about 19 feet, and he connects with the jumper. Edwards got 9.
Nice mid-range J from Edwards there. He's obviously not too concerned about what the analytics say about that shot.
And since being the first pick of the 2020 draft, Anthony Edwards has not disappointed.
I'll tell you something, partner. The Timberwolves got that one right. Did they ever? I mean, we knew about his nuclear athleticism, but the leadership, the work ethic, the ability to impact winning also have been evident. This is a multi-time All-Star going forward.
And yes, it's good.
Unselfish. As somebody who already draws a lot of defensive attention, Edwards has to be willing to make that next pass.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
This team needed a spark, and boy, did they get one with that incredible attack at the rim.
Jackson setting the pick here for Beal. Well, Greg, analysts evaluate player performances on the floor, and sometimes we've seen the players fire back. They're not happy with the criticism.
You know, it's a risk you take, but if you treat everyone with kid gloves, you're really not doing your job. The audience expects a level of honesty, and quite frankly, players don't mind you criticizing their game. It's when those critiques become personal.
One shot.
Timberwolves trail by 15. Suggs dishes to Edwards. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Beal with it. 25 points in the game. Outside Jackson. Launches a 3. Another miss by Utah. For Minnesota, they've gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Edwards against Leonard. Now the pass to Mathurin. 5 on the clock. Okongwu with the screen for Suggs. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Alvarado passes to Beal. Another miss by Utah.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The dish now to Edwards. Pass to Okongwu. Now here's Edwards. He's guarded closer. To the middle. Intercepted. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
And how about that find by Leonard to a wide-open shooter? He's only getting better at seeing those gaps.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
All right, everyone, give it up for your broadcast narrative once again.
A different look for Utah. Clark, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Beal. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Moody's checked in for Edwards. Timberwolves trail by 12. And here is Suggs. He has 6. Moody the pass to Mathurin. Timberwolves passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Moody. A shot off that time. Some solid defense from Clark. At the elbow, it's Jackson. Melton feeling it out a bit. Now here's Jackson. T right on him. Rebound, Minnesota. Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Now, here's Okongwu. Passes to Mathurin. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Abaji, the pass to Melton. A 3-ball. Minnesota with the rebound. Okongwu's now got 8 rebounds in this game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Suggs. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Down low. Here's Zohan. And the rejection by Jackson. Now Melton. He's got 7. Count it. Melton's got 9.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less. Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
He feeds it to Jackson. Pass to Abaji. On the wing, Melton. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Abaji can't get it to go.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Knocked away. Here's Melton. From the top of the key, he buries it. 11 points in the game.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And the Timberwolves.
In this year's contest that we've never seen before. Those fellas have some tricks up their sleeve for sure.
And you look at Edwards. He is off the charts, and it doesn't go unnoticed, as you can see by how high he is in the dunk contest voting.
Yeah, and the fans want him. I think the media wants him. Heck, he wants to be in, so I'm glad.
Iguodala, the pass to Melton. Clark for three. That one, no good. And Minnesota will come